What is up, my ninjas? Shinobi here, and I got some more Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls for you guys. And you guys heard in the last video, I talked a little bit about me gearing up my fourth character on Seasonal. I'm going to show you guys my other characters in future videos, but a lot of people have been asking to see the Demon Hunter. They're asking about the progression that I've been having with it, you know, what I pretty much did from the beginning to where I am right now. Currently, I am sitting at 34 hours playtime. Yeah, 34 hours playtime with a little bit of, you know, obviously sitting in town making some videos and stuff like that. It's probably like 33 or something like that. But yeah, that includes leveling to 70 and getting all the gear and everything like that. So pretty much what I did on this character is I was playing on my wizard and my witch doctor, and I found 3 pieces in Natalia's, and I also found 2 pieces of Marauders, and I also found this bow right here. Which one is it? I found the Bola shot has a 17% chance to explode and pull monsters in and stuff like that, and I found that while I was playing on another character, on a wizard or witch doctor. And I thought, okay, I have quite a few things for the Demon Hunter to at least get it started, so maybe I should do a Demon Hunter. A lot of people were asking me to do it, so I did it, and I got it power leveled up to 70, made sure I had 500 blood shards saved up. The way that I got power leveled is I essentially just did rifts over and over again while it was on T6 and they were running me through. It was very quick, takes about 25-30 minutes, very fast, and plus I've leveled up characters a legit way so many times that, you know, I was just like, I just want to be 70, let's go. And so I got to level 70, had those 500 blood stars, the 2-piece Marauders, the 3-piece Natalia's, and I had, you know, obviously the Royal Grandeur. I had to, you know, I did a couple bounties to make sure I got it like on T6 right away, and I got the Royal Grandeur pretty quickly. That's why this one's not very good, because it's pretty much just one of the first ones that I found. So I'm still trying to get a better one there, but because I had the Royal Grandeur and the 3-piece Natalia's, I was actually able to use the Natalia set. I got the cooldown of Rain of Vengeance reduced by 2 seconds for every enemy you hit. Very good to start off with. And I used Bola Shot, I used Elemental Arrow, so I used a little bit of cold build in there because I did have the bow as I showed you. And then pretty quickly I had found this one right here, which Bolas now explode instantly. So it's kind of like looking like, okay, I'll go with like a Bola Shot build with Rain of Vengeance and companions and stuff like that to try and get things going. But I did have the 2-piece Marauders, and I was like, okay, well, I had the Royal Grandeur, 2-piece Marauders and Natalia's. I'm like, okay, well, what I need next is 1 more piece Marauders, and then I can get that 4-piece. So I said, okay, well, I have these 500 blood shards. I spent them on shoulders, and lo and behold, I got the Marauder shoulders. So pretty lucky there, but that was pretty awesome. So I ended up picking it up, and now I had 2 4-piece sets, and I could, you know, take advantage of that and really boost me up. Like literally right when I hit 70, I was doing T5 pretty easily, like really efficiently, and T6 I could do, just not as efficient. And yeah, so I pretty much started with that. From there, what I decided to do was to just do riffs over and over again, solo riffs. If you're doing it in a group, you're going to probably do it a lot faster. Players can give you items and stuff, but I was streaming and I was doing a lot of solo play and just really pushing it out to see, you know, what I could do solo. And so I was doing probably about 98% of all the stuff that I've done in this character has been solo. So definitely really, you know, something to think about when you're making your own character. Now, obviously, you're not going to gear up quite as much as I did in the amount of time that I did. If it's your very first character on Seasonal, I did give some items from my other character to give me a little bit of boost in the beginning, which is very important. Like, you know, starting off slow and doing like normal or T1 or T2 is just a very slow progression. If you can bring some items over from other characters, you're just gonna, like, starting right off the bat at T5, T6 just gives you a huge boost. You can farm blood shards like crazy, and that's what I was doing. I was doing T6 rifts over and over again, and I was just farming a whole bunch of blood shards and farming a whole bunch of items. I think one rift that I did, I found like 7 items or something like that. Like, just a really good way to farm legendaries until you can get to the really high greater rifts where you get a lot more blood shards and quite a bit of legendaries and such. So but at first you kind of want to do that kind of stuff if you can, if you have some items to bring over. If you don't, then obviously you might want to craft some gear and things like that, but I did have a decent amount of stuff to start off with. And so now at this point I was thinking, okay, well, I need Marauder's gloves, I need Marauder's boots, I need Marauder's helms. What am I going to do? Well, I thought, okay, I could farm for Marauder's gloves, and at the same time, if I found Tasker and Theo gloves, that's also really good too. And with Marauder helmet, there's only one helmet that I wanted, and with boots, there's only one boot that I wanted. So I was like, okay, I'm going to increase my chances to find at least one item that I want. So I started with gloves first, which I would definitely suggest with you guys with rolling with Kadala. And I did actually find the Marauder's gloves first, before the Tasker and Theos that I have right now. So that was really nice to start off with. Then the next thing I said, okay, do I want helmet or do I want boots? Well, both of them are both equally good, but I feel like it's a little more difficult to get helmets than it is to get boots. I can do a little bit more research into that, but that's pretty much what I came up with there, and I decided to do. I did helmet for a little bit. I was not finding anything, no Marauder helmets, and then I switched to boots and I got it pretty quickly. So either I got really lucky or it's just easier, but you know, it was definitely really good. Got the boots, and now I was you know, getting really close to completing everything. I was able to do the full M6 build because I had the gloves, I had the shoulders, I had the chest, I had the pants, and I had the boots, and I had the Arena Royal Grandeur. So now I take off the Natalia's Reflection, and I can now use double Unity combo and Arena Royal Grandeur to go with the M6 here, the Marauder 6-piece. So all I needed left was the helmet, so that way if I did find Taskers, I could get rid of those and put the helmet on. And I did find the helmet by doing T6 rifts quite a bit, and eventually it just dropped off a monster. I didn't get it from Kadala. What I did get from Kadala is the shoulders, the boots, and the gloves that I'm wearing here, and also the gloves that I have before. And I also got some of the quivers that I found along the way as well from Kadala. Other than that, most of the stuff was just found or brought over from other characters. So that's pretty much how I did it right there. So now that I had the Marauder's helmet, I was like, okay, I really need to find the Taskers now, because then I could really utilize that. So then I started spamming gloves again with Kadala. And by doing that, I picked up these amazing Tasker and Theo gloves. Look at that. Secondary resistance. Increased attack speed, almost maxed out, 49%. Got that trifecta on there, almost maxed out in every single stat. Dexterity is decent. I mean, yeah, this could possibly be better, but that would be a perfect Tasker and Theo. This is nearly perfect. Pretty crazy Taskers, so really huge boost. Now, like I said, using the double Unity combo and the Arena Royal Grandeur, pretty crappy one, using the Bane of the Trapped in there. Goes really good with the Frostfire build that I'm using right now, and I'll show you that a little bit more in a second. I also have the double Unity combo, and this is another tip I can give you guys, where if you have other characters that have double Unity combo, what a good thing to do is to re-roll the intelligence off, or the dexterity, or whatever the other class's base stat is that you find it on. Re-roll that off if you get lucky like I did and find crit damage on there like I did. Now I have crit damage, crit chance, and elite damage, so I re-rolled the intelligence off of it, got the socket, and boom, now you're good to go. Now you have a universal Unity. I can use this on any character, and I literally can have double Unity combo on any character now, because I just throw the crappy Unity on my follower on whatever character it is, and then I can put this on any character. I wish the secondary was better. I had a resistance there, but yeah, you can't have it all. At 34 hours playtime, come on. So yeah, and that's pretty much what I did there. And then, like I said, I'm trying to get a better Arena Royal Grandeur. The belt I'm using right now is amazing for farming loot like crazy. You're doing those rifts, there's going to be a lot of chests, there's going to be a lot of dead body corpses, rocks on the ground you can move, and things like that. There's going to be a lot of those things. You're going to get a lot of burst damage with the sentries, and it just really helps with farming a lot faster until you find your witching hour. Other than that, you know, you're not really going to get as much of a DPS boost from most other belts out there. there. But Witching Hour is ultimately what you're looking for, especially for the greater rifts. But you know, Harrington's Waist Guard is awesome. I think it's like the third one that I found too. You find them pretty quickly. You know, they're not too hard. The bracers that I got, which I'm probably going to end up upgrading, but these actually turned out to be pretty decent. Yeah, cold damage, you got dexterity, attack speed, crit chance, and the secondaries are actually good too. Physical resistance and reduced ranged attack damage. Very good. You know, but no special property there really, so these will probably be switched out in the future. The amulets, I'm going to be switching this out as well in the future, but you know, it's got that basic stats, it's got the socket, it's got cold, it's got dexterity, it's got crit damage, so you know, it works out for the better. And I'm also using the Bane of the Powerful here, and over here obviously I'm using the Enforcer. And for those of you that have wondered and sent me messages and private messages and stuff like that, yes, the sentries you use for the Demon Hunter count as pets. So yes, that's why you can use Tasker, that's why you can use Enforcer. They do count as pets, and obviously your companions do. So yeah, they count as pets. It's good to use. Make sure you use it. Make sure you rank these up to 25. Very good. I'm still going to test some other gems to see, you know, if it got maybe something that's a little bit more optimal. But so far, I feel like for myself and what people have told me, that these three are like really the way to go. Now, I did find, like I said, I was using that combo first off in the beginning. I was using this one right here. The duffel. I was using this one, and I was using the other weapon in the beginning, but then, and I was using like Rain of Vengeance build and everything like that to get going. But then when I found Holy Point shot here, you get cold damage, which is nice. I don't get sentry damage on here, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's definitely okay for now. I do also have the Malicious Bolts, which is really good for the Lightning build. Right now I'm messing with Frostfire build. I may switch up to the Lightning build soon, and if I do, I'll put that in the next video that I do for the Demon Hunter. And then the weapon that I had, did actually find the Atreyu. This Atreyu right here is, it's got the cold damage. It's the weapon you're looking for, pretty much, for the Frostfire Demon Hunter. However, this one rolled so bad. Even with putting percent damage on it, it just wasn't good enough. Even the dexterity was low. Like, everything just kind of went really bad with this. The cold is really low. Everything's really low with it. And by using the weapon I'm currently using right now, because the weapon damage is so much higher, I actually gain about 50k effective DPS, elemental DPS, and elite DPS, at least 50k for elite DPS and elemental, by using this one right here instead of using this. I can actually show you real quick. If I were to go over to the thing here, you can see, if you're looking at my cold right now, 1.89, take this out and throw this one on, and now we're sitting at 1.84. So it is, see, it's a little bit better. Unfortunately, you know, I just gotta find a better one, but you know, it's the first one that I found, and this one, you know, did roll really high, 1440, pretty nice, you know, getting the higher dexterity and, you know, higher percent damage, and you know, just worked out to be a little bit better there. If I do re-roll to 8% to 10%, it might be good enough to use, but I gotta get some more materials to re-roll that. So I may end up switching back to this, but I also want to mess around with the lightning build too. I do have some lightning items and such. And if you do, another tip I can give you guys is when you're first starting on a Demon Hunter, if you do happen to have a Stone of Jordan, you know, I found quite a few Stone of Jordans here. If you do happen to find a Stone of Jordan, it's going to be nice to give you some nice boost in the beginning for your Demon Hunter. So, you know, that's another thing you can do to help out if you didn't have some of the items that I did. It's going to give you a lot of effective DPS right off the bat, and going to help you out quite a bit. Now, right now, I am looking for the Sentry offhand here. That gives you the 2 sentries, the extra sentries. That'll be really nice to have. The helmet here, I'm looking, this one actually didn't come with crit chance, so I wasn't able to re-roll to get the percent damage, skill damage there. So, you know, Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck with the way it is right now, but I'm not upset about it. I think it's pretty decent for the first one. So I'm just going to keep farming more Marauders and farming to kind of get the stats in the right areas that I want to get to. There's a lot of progression that can still be done with this character, but it is coming along pretty quickly here. I'm going to show you a brief demonstration here on what some of this kind of looks like. Let's go to Keep Depths. Why not? Haven't done Keep Depths in a while. So let's go check out some Keep Depths action. And so you just throw the sentries down and things just kind of get annihilated here. And a lot of people ask, there's this big debate pretty much going on, is it correct to use your elemental arrow, or to save kind of some of the resources so that you can make sure you have it for sentry. The way that I see it is that if you have companion up, you can use quite a bit of your hatred and not have to worry about not having a leftover for sentry. If you have companion down, then maybe hold off on your hatred a little bit there, your hatred spending. So right now you can see here when I move up to the next monster, the next area that I'm going up against here, I can actually spend quite a bit of this and I don't have to worry too much. So I jump in here and I come over here, and if I do this and throw this down, now I can go boom, and I can make sure that it's up so that when the next sentry comes up, it'll be ready. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's all about resourcing, managing your resources. And now I have enough up here, and I can actually use it again. Just kind of keep an eye on your resources, and you want to try and get as much extra damage in when you can. There's no reason to sit back and do absolutely nothing. Just sit up with a full bar of hatred and just let your sentries do all the work. Throw a couple bits of damage in there and it'll all work out. Now this is the spec I'm using here. You can copy paste it or pause the video or whatever. Pretty basic Frostfire spec from what I've heard from a lot of people. Didn't do a lot of research into Demon Hunter before I came into this. I've been playing Wizard and Witch Doctor a lot, and this right here, so it's Maelstrom with a cluster arrow, elemental arrow, frost arrow. Got multi-shot arsenal, vault with tumble, sentry with spitfire, and companion wolf. Companion doesn't really matter though. Steady aim, ballistics, archery, and custom engineering. So yeah, like I got the elemental arrow damage on here, I got the sentry damage on here, but there's still more to be done. I would have liked to be able to get, as you can see, my resistances are pretty low. The reason for that is because this didn't come with resist all on it. It came pretty much the way you're seeing it right now, and because secondary had resist on it, you ideally want to have resist all instead of having resist in your secondary, because then you can't get that resist all, and armor doesn't do that much for you because dexterity now gives you lots of armor, and you can see just how much armor I have. So giving me an extra 300 armor would be like a 0.3% mitigation increase, whereas you'd rather have the resist all. So keep that in mind on your gear. You want to focus on resist all. You want to focus on getting these, elemental arrow damage, sentry damage, cluster arrow damage, things like that. You want to think about getting that stuff, multi-shot damage, all these kind of stuff. I don't know if multi-shot's actually that much of a priority though. It's mainly just the cluster and the elemental arrow. But yeah, I'm going to do more research on the Demon Hunter. I don't know everything about it right now, but in the future I'll give you a more advanced guide on each individual stat, the way you want to do every single bit and piece, and also maybe show you guys some of the lightning action in the future there. If you guys did find this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, or if you're just super jelly on my Tasker and Theo and how crazy the gear has been so far after 34 hours playtime of mainly solo play, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Check out the live stream. I do live stream full-time Wednesday through Sunday, and also I do the full-time thing here on YouTube. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys, and my name is Shinobi. I'll see you guys next time.